Hello, my loves, and welcome to your general reading for love, and this is for all signs. So this is going to be a your person's vibe and your vibe type of reading. So if this resonates with you, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that great stuff. If it does not, please do just take it with a grain and move on. So because it is just a general reading, so we are going to kind of go into this. I wanted to do this kind of after Valentine's Day because I find many people do these beforehand, which is great, but a lot of people have certain expectations for Valentine's Day, and then when things don't kind of go exactly as you wanted them, or you don't get the responses that you wanted or the exact outline that you want, then it leaves you with questions, right? And you're kind of like, what does that mean, right? So then we want some different answers, right? So let's kind of see what maybe your person is thinking. So let's get their energies. Okay, so here's some energies for what your person is thinking about you. These are the energies that you are feeling for your person. Okay. And here's some energies for what your person, I feel like, will be bringing towards you, okay? What you will be bringing towards your person, okay? And I feel like this is going to be your biggest challenge card, okay? And what you don't see coming is the Queen of Wands, okay? So the Queen of Wands, I do feel like with what you don't see coming, we're going to flip that over for you. I feel like a lot of that is, you know, I think it's expectation, okay? I feel like that is your expectation, and I think that is you basically raising your level of expectation. So I think that you have set an expectation for this situation, whether this is somebody that you have had a relationship ongoing with, maybe a hit or miss off and on situation with, or maybe somebody that you have wanted a relationship with and you're kind of waiting to see, is this going to develop, is it not going to develop, whatever it may be. I feel like you kind of have decided at a certain level that, okay, I'm going to put on a boundary basically on this. So either you've decided this is what I'm going to accept and tolerate, and that's kind of what you're going to use going forward, or you've already kind of set that boundary, right? So maybe you've already said, okay, listen, I'm kind of stepping away. You may have already started to kind of step away, right? Because you're kind of like, look, you're putting in all the effort, and this person, your person, whomever this might be, maybe it's somebody that you've had a relationship with, maybe it's somebody that you've just been talking to, maybe it's somebody that was a friend that you were hoping more from, those kinds of things. But you're just feeling like, I'm sick and tired of being the only one that's reaching out. I'm the only one pouring effort into it. I just feel like I deserve more than what I'm getting back, right? And you're tired of that. So the thing here is, what is your feeling towards this person? And those cards, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. So I very much see that as kind of the situation there. Again, you know, you feel that you are very much in an independent phase, right? That Queen of Pentacles is letting you know that you are in a very much independent phase. You're feeling like, you know what, I need to really stop playing with this person. I'm tired of being jerked around. Maybe this has gone on for years. Maybe this is an ex that you got back with, maybe multiple times even, but you're just tired of it, right? You're over it. And while you very much have a deep connection with this person, maybe because it's a long connection, maybe you were even married to this person and you've gone back and forth and tried to salvage it, you know, for yourself, for kids, whatever it may be. Maybe this is something that you have just tried so many times, but you're at that point where you're like, you're ready to walk, right? For your own sanity at this point, because again, that the thing that you don't see coming really is your own kind of empowerment. It's really kind of, you're surprised by yourself being able to say, I'm done, because you haven't in the past, to be honest with you. You've said to yourself many times, I'm walking away, but then you don't. I'm walking away. You may have even told them, I'm done. Forget it. I'm done. You may have even shut them out for a couple weeks here or a week or two there, but you've never really walked. But this time I feel like you're in such an independent mode that you're so ready to work on yourself this time, that you're so ready to work on, you know, what is so important to you, that you really will walk this time. That is really something that you, in your mindset, this is different. This time it's different for you. Okay. And I really feel like that's something that, you know, your challenge here though is your foundation. And that's the thing, is because you really want to build a foundation with this person. You really do. But you also know that the back and forth is going to build a foundation for nothing. It's not going to build a foundation for you, because you're not working on yourself if you're constantly going back to them. It's not going to build a foundation for the two of you together if it's not solid, if it's a back and forth. So that's the challenge. Where do you break it? Where do you stop? Where do you say enough's enough, right? So, but what's their vibe towards you, right? Their energy towards you. And for that, we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Emperor, and we have the Two of Swords. And I do feel like with this, you know, I feel like they are, you know, I feel like that they are probably very much somebody who is, I want to say that they are a person who feels like they have a lot of weight on their shoulders, but I do feel like it's self-imposed weight, okay? I feel like they make choices that are really like blindfolded type choices, right? I feel like they do that. And I think a lot of it is because they are choices that benefit themselves, okay? They are emperor status, and a lot of times the emperors are looking out for their own stability, their own status, their own position. They have to look out for themselves. They want to be, you know, on top. That's how they got that position, right? You don't get to be leader of the pack and stay top dog without stepping on a few toes here and there, right? And I think that is the thing. A lot of these are self-imposed burdens because maybe they work too much, right? Maybe that's what they're tied to. They have, you know, they want to be the top dog, right? At whatever it is they do. And I think for that reason, their decisions a lot of times come down to things that really are about them. I think they choose to be, you know, about themselves, you know, so if they're given the choice to, you know, keep trying to, you know, build their career, build themselves up socially, build themselves up with, you know, in their community, you know, amass more fortune, whatever it may be, that's their burden, right? They've got to prove themselves, show themselves, you know, they've got to keep being that emperor. You know, it's all about appearances, right, to them. So I feel like a lot of times they choose that over you. So do they need more money? They're the emperor. No. Do they need to work more? No. Do they need more status? No. Do they need more, you know, other men or women to follow after them? No, they probably have plenty of choices, but they make the ones that are all about them. Okay. And this is because it's their self-imposed burden. I don't feel like they have any real burden. I don't feel like they have, oh, I'm stressed about money, I'm stressed about life. I don't think that's it. I think it's just their self, you know, imposed. And they could be a little bit of a narcissist, to be quite honest with you. Okay. So that is something to keep in mind, especially if they've been kind of breadcrumbing you. Okay. So do keep that in mind. But, you know, how are you going to come at them and how are they going to come at you? So let's first see how they might come at you, okay? And we've got the Four of Swords, we've got the Five of Cups, and we've got the Chariot. So, you know, I do think that they are going to take some time. They're going to be slow about it, especially if you have kind of removed yourself from them. Because if they are a little bit narcissistic, if they are a little bit of that competitive nature with themselves, if they are, I have to be top dog, I have to keep that emperor status, they won't be able to handle the fact that you walked away from them, that anybody's ever walked away from them, right? Do you see what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, you got to keep in mind too, if that's a game to them mentally and you come back, is that chase going to be over? Is that hunt going to be over? Do you really want to be with somebody that if you give into it and, you know, that fun game of cat and mouse is over, they lose interest again, and then you're right back at square one. Think about that for a moment, right? But I think that after they have had time to think about it for a while, especially if you have, you know, really kind of removed yourself to work on yourself a little bit, you've really kind of removed yourself to say, you know what, this is about me and building my foundation, because I'm getting nowhere going back and forth, right? I want to build a life for me. I do think that they will miss you for sure. And, you know, the question is, will they miss you because they miss you and love you? Or is it they'll miss you because they miss what you did for their ego? You stroked their ego, right? That's the question, okay? Because sometimes these kinds of people who they build these burdens on themselves to keep up appearances and keep up that ego and keep up that strength and keep up that perfection. Sometimes that narcissistic type of personality is really damaged by, you know, somebody who walks away from them, you know, and so are they lamenting your loss because they love you, or are they lamenting your loss because it damaged their ego? Again, another thing you've got to think about, because if you come right back in, then okay, you've stroked their ego, and are they going to lose interest again? Or have they realized something? Hey, I really did miss you. I really did love you. Now I'm so glad to have you back. I'm not going to go down that road again. And they've learned a lesson, right? But I definitely do think they are going to make a move eventually, okay, with this Chariot card. They are going to reach out to you. You are going to hear from them. They are going to come to you, you know, try to, you know, reconcile with you in some way. They may tell you what you want to hear. They may breadcrumb you some more. They may even come with some grand gesture, depending on the type of person we're dealing with here. But what are you going to do? And that's kind of the question we have here. And so your response here is, we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay? We have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Seven of Cups. And I think this is major for you, because I think this is saying that you are really not interested in their breadcrumbing type of opportunity. So I think a lot of this is going to be dependent on the type of person. If they are of that really narcissistic type, and if you've been through this a long time, multiple times with them, you are going to say, look, this is just something that's an ego-driven situation. They can't stand the fact that I walked away. They're coming back, but it's going to be the same thing over and over. So no, I'm not interested, right? And you're going to say, I'm interested in so much more. I'm going to, you know, move forward with myself slowly and surely. I'm going to seek out all my options, because I have options too, okay? They may not think so, but I have a zillion and 8 other options. I may not even know that yet, because I haven't given myself a chance. But once I start giving myself that chance to walk away and look at options and stop being hung up on this person, sky's the limit. And that's where my true happiness will come in, okay? Because not only am I building myself up, which makes me a stronger, better option, but it gives me more options, right? And so then I don't even need this person or their games or their ego or any of that. I'm not even going to entertain that nonsense. And that's where what you don't see coming is you saying, enough's enough. I'm fiery hot on my own and I don't need this. Bye. Okay? So I do think that, you know, that is a very real possibility. However, again, a lot of that is dependent on how many times you've been through this situation with this particular person. If you've never been through this situation before, maybe this is a new person or somebody you're just trying to start a situation with, or this is the first time you've really had that kind of, okay, I'm going to give a chance to see what happens, but I'm going to, you know, see how they deal with me for the first time ever, kind of stepping away, and they come running back fairly quickly. It's going to take some time. I do think they'll take a moment to think about it here, but, you know, if they come back fairly quickly, you know, perhaps you will, you know, weigh your options, but say, okay, I'll move forward with this, but very, very cautiously, and still keeping your options very much open, okay? You won't jump in head first, putting all your eggs in one basket, okay? So that's one thing to think about. But I do think that, you know, happiness will be an option for you regardless of what you do. So let's let's go ahead and grab some clarifiers over here on, you know, what is it they ultimately want the outcome to be here? You know, is this person somebody who really wants the outcome to be something more? Do they really want that, or is this more of an ego thing? Do they really want this because they really want to be with you? Okay. And then we'll do the same for your energy, right? And see what we've got here. So let's grab 3 here, and we'll grab 3 on you. Alrighty. And for them, we have Page of Cups, 4 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. So again, I do feel like that then, you know, I feel like they're, not really emotionally ready for the same type of commitment you are, okay? I feel like they are, and they could be older than you, so it's not really a maturity level of life, it's a maturity level of relationship commitment. So I think this person may just not have that interest of a commitment level with you that you're looking for at this particular moment. I'm not saying that that's forever, but I would not want to put all my eggs in this basket right now, okay? I do think that they do lament things, or will going forward. I do think they will revisit it. I do think they will miss you while you're gone, while you're not around. If you left them entirely, I do think they would look back and they would miss that very much. But I don't think that they're necessarily, you know, trying to hear a whole lot about anything from anybody as far as you need to commit. You know, their friends might give them advice. You might try to tell them why. You might try to sell yourself to them as a good option. It doesn't matter what you say. I think this person is, you know, an immature type of figure as far as commitment, and they want to do what they want to do. And it's very much driven by what they care about doing. And a lot of this is telling me with this Emperor card that they're a person who's set in their ways. Okay. So maybe they've been single for a very long time, or they've been in a lot of relationships, but none of them have come to a commitment type level of, you know, living together or engagement or marriage or, you know, anything super long term, or very, very much, you know, they haven't been married a long time or in a long time, or, you know, I just feel like for a very long time, they've not been very much in an attached state, and they like it that way. They like the fact that they can make all the decisions based on what they want, and they don't have to answer to anybody else. Every decision that comes in is theirs to keep them on top, and it's about whatever their burden of the day is. And that burden may be like, you know, what they want to eat for dinner. And that's the biggest burden they really want to have to deal with. They don't want to have to deal with anybody's else's problems, their, you know, house issues, their kid issues, their life issues, you know, arguments, this and that. And I just think that this person, while they may really have big feelings towards you very much, they may miss you very much, I don't think that they have the commitment to provide the type of foundation you want, you know, connections you want, happy family that you're looking for. I don't think they have it in them to provide the life that you want, okay? And your cards are the 7 of Wands, the Temperance card, and the 6 of Wands. So you are very much looking to shift directions, move forward in a positive way, to work towards this positive foundation, this, you know, complete happy life. You're looking to put balance back in your life, right? I mean, you want balance of, you know, Queen of Pentacles energy, where you're, you know, independent and strong, but also supported by someone who loves you and is there for you, the happy family, the positive, strong foundation. You want the whole enchilada, right? You want the good quality balance in life. And I just don't see this person, I just keeping it real, okay? So if you want the truth, and, you know, if you want somebody else to tell you really, really great things. This isn't the right reading or channel for you, and I'm very sorry. But I do see that you will restore your balance, and you will make that change, that positive change, and you will move forward in a very, very positive, wonderful direction. Your cards are fantastic. Your Queen of Pentacle energy, your Ten of Cups energy. You have amazing options. I mean, your cards are fantastic. You have great options going forward. You are going to really be able to, once you do break free from this, it's going to open up a whole world for you. The big thing is you are going to have to know when to say when, right? Because for most of you, I do get the feeling that this isn't the first time you've kind of tried to say, this is it. You haven't put any effort into me. I'm tired of being the only one who's doing everything here. I'm tired of being the one to reach out. I'm tired of being the one to make the effort. I'm tired of, if I'm on an iPhone, I'm all on blue or whatever, where I'm the one sending 99% of the messages and you're like, okay, not doing that anymore. Tired of it, right? So I feel like that's where, you're coming to the conclusion here that you guys are on different paths for what is a happy foundation for you. Their happy foundation is more rolling solo and kind of not having to be responsible for anything but themselves. And yours is more a balanced, happy family, cohesive unit, a little bit of everything, business, pleasure, family, fun, everything. You want that good balance, and with that Temperance card, you're going to get that balance, and you're going to get that happy family with that Ten of Cups, and you're going to get that Four of Wands happy foundation, and you're going to get that Queen of Pentacles, and you're going to get that Two of Cups and love and communication and connection. All that, it's all there for you, and options galore. But you have to let go. You have to release to receive. Okay, so I'm going to pull one quick general advice card for you here, just to close this out, give you a little something to think on as you leave. And I'm sorry this didn't turn out to be a little bit happier news, but I do think that there is going to be way, way, way better options coming at you left, right, and center once you have really, if you haven't already, kind of cut contact with them a little bit. But once you do finalize that and say no more, and kind of find your self-worth and say, enough's enough, this is it. I think you're gonna have so many options left, right, and center, but let's see what we've got here. And this says, it's all in divine order, allow. How can you relax into the flow and go with the current of life? And I think that's exactly what you need to do, right? You need to just let go, release this person to do what they need to do, what they want to do. If they do somehow change and decide that they want to be with you, you should make them make grand gestures. You should make them prove themselves to be worthy of you, okay? Because otherwise, I don't see that they are on the same frequency, the same vibrational level, emotional level, commitment level that you are. And I think when you go with the flow, you're going to be presented with so many wonderful options coming at you that you're going to have your choice of people who are much more in line with the kinds of things that you want, the kinds of level emotionally, commitment-wise, balance-wise, everything else that you want, that you are going to have a much better option, okay, than what you've been holding on to for way too long. Okay, so I hope this is helpful for you, and I'm sorry that it wasn't better news if this was the person that you've kind of been hanging on to, but sometimes it's just better to let go than to keep hanging on to something that is not great for you. So that's why we get tower moments sometimes, and I think that kind of is what we need over here, but you need to evoke that. So anyway, I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all the other great stuff, and I hope to see you back really soon. Bye.